It's another daily update here on United and Everything Football. Thanks very much for joining us. This is United Today, our daily update show where we bring you absolutely nothing but the best in terms of news regarding Manchester United. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to come your way. If this is your first time watching us, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And also remember to leave a comment and like the videos and also share with your friends. It's very, very important to us. Please remember to do all of that for us. What do we have for you today? Erik ten Hag's contract situation. We have a big update on that coming your way here on this channel. Also, the transfer market is still shaking for Manchester United. Things are moving. Enquiries are being made. Moves are being made. What is the latest on transfers for Manchester United? And also we'll take you through a bit of what's happening in the European Championship, the Euros, and also the Copa America. So please stick and stay with us. We'll be right back after this. All right, thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure to come your way. My name is Kwame. This is United Today, where we give you all the updates that we help you catch up with everything that's happening and try to update you on exactly what you need to know with regards to Manchester United. So let's kickstart this update with Coach Erik ten Hag. Yesterday, I brought you an update. The update basically was talking about the contract situation happening with regards to Erik ten Hag and what and where we had gotten to. Well, according to Fabrizio Romano, who broke this big news on the updates with regards to Erik ten Hag's contract or new contract that is being designed, it looks as if all it's almost agreed with respect to the details of the actual contract. So the details are almost done and they are finalizing a few things, and that in a day or two the contract would materialize and it will be signed and would get to know what is happening. This is what Fabrizio Romano actually shared with regards to the contract situation of Erik ten Hag. Let's listen to Fabrizio.
Because meetings are taking place between today and tomorrow to complete the new contract of Erik ten Hag. The agreement is almost done. The agreement is imminent, and so Erik ten Hag is set to sign a new deal at Manchester United. Everything is almost ready, just discussing the final details, but Erik ten Hag will obviously stay as Manchester United manager. We know that already decided weeks ago by Ineos, by Sir Jim Ratcliffe and all the people at the club. So Ten Hag is staying at Manchester United, but Ten Hag is staying with a new contract, a longer contract. He already had one more year left on his contract. We will see how long is going to be this deal. Some sources say it could be 2 additional years to his contract, so making it total a 3-year deal. But in any case, I can guarantee that between today and tomorrow, with new meetings, Man United and Erik ten Hag are set to complete the agreement.
All right, so that's Fabrizio Romano there giving an update on the contract situation, and also tied in the issue that we discussed yesterday about Ruud van Nistelrooy also coming in to support as assistant coach of the club. So all of these are things that are happening with regards to the club, and it's great that things are moving in the right direction. Very soon preseason starts in 2 or 3 weeks, roughly 2 weeks. The players will start returning, and then the coach will also return, and preseason will start, because our first preseason game is on the 15th of July, where we'll be playing here in Europe, or we'll be playing in Europe before we travel to America for the preseason tour to continue. So that is it with Erik ten Hag. The update on Erik ten Hag's contract situation. All is almost done, and very soon it will be announced with regards to what to expect. Now, more on it, actually, that is not all. More on it. Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail said that despite some modifications to Erik ten Hag's role at Old Trafford, it is understood that there will be no great deal of change, and he's likely to retain his position as a manager. The changes that is expected from the contract, according to Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail, the changes are expected are not expected to be huge. It's expected to be a few changes here, a few tweaks here and there, and then all these things would materialize. And so that's exactly what is happening on Erik ten Hag's contract situation. All right, let's move on to the transfer market for Manchester United. There is a big news coming in from France, and the news indicates that Ugarte, the defensive midfielder that plays for PSG and plays for Uruguay, is one player whose name has come up as a possible transfer target for Manchester United. This news was broke by L'Equipe. It's a French newspaper, a very reliable French newspaper in France. Initially, the newspaper said that United had made a bid, and the bid was immediately rejected by PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. However, Fabrizio Romano has come to clarify exactly what happened or what is going on in respect of this particular deal for Ugarte. Let's listen to Fabrizio Romano once again on the update in respect of Ugarte and Manchester United.
Manchester United still didn't present an official bid to Paris Saint-Germain for Manuel Ugarte. So it was not an official bid accepted or rejected. It was a direct contact between the two clubs, Man United and PSG. The relationship is very good, and they discussed it about several players, not only Manuel Ugarte, but Ugarte was one of the topics. He's appreciated by Manchester United. He's one of the options they have in the list for the midfield, and really important to say, also Manchester United are considering to do something in that position because they know that Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, several players in the midfield could be on the move. They still have to decide what they want to do with Sofian Amrabat. So in the midfield, there could be movement for Manchester United. The priority is a centre-back. The other priority is...
All right, so that is Fabrizio Romano giving us another update there on Ugarte coming to Manchester United. It looks like a very, very interesting one. There is likely to be some midfield shakeups. Casemiro leaving, likely. Christian Eriksen also parting ways with the club. All of these things are on the cards. So we will see how events from this particular one, turns out, and we'll see how things go. So that's it with regards to Ugarte, Manchester United, and Paris Saint-Germain. The last time I came to tell you about the left back situation that we have been also looking at. Luke Shaw and Tyrone Malacia were very, very much unreliable, and it was determined within the club that a new left back would need to come in, and a lot of names have come up. If you follow the updates that have been given, I mentioned a certain name. His name is Milos Kerkez. He's a Hungarian left back who plays for Bournemouth, and he's one of the names that have been penciled. Initially, we're not too clear of the price, but it looks as if the price tag of the player is finally out. And Fabrizio Romano was of the view that the player won't come cheap, and then because Bournemouth will be looking at getting a substantial fee for the player, and he's looking at around 45 to 50 million euros, not pounds, euros. So it means it will be slightly lower in pounds. So that's the price tag of Milos Kerkez. It's come out. You know the situation with Man United currently. We are restricted by a lot of regulations, PSR, FFP. So certain price tags would definitely be debated within the club before any move is made. So that's the price of Milos Kerkez, the Hungarian left back that have been linked to Manchester United. So that's it by way of the updates on transfers. A lot is happening, and we'll be updating you as and when we get the necessary information to give to you here on United Today. Please, if this is your first time watching this, please remember to hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot of news, we've got a lot of information to share with you, a lot more in-depth news, not just the ordinary ones you read. We dig a bit deeper, and then we bring you all the latest details here on United Today. Our podcast also goes into all of these news. We try and analyze, we put things into perspective. So remember to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the information that we put out for you here on this channel. All right, so let's quickly switch attention to the Euros and the Copa America. Let me make a quick turnaround. When I come back, we begin with the Euros, updates from there, and the Copa America. All right, thank you very much for joining us once again here on United and Everything Football. So let's quickly switch to our summer series where we've been looking at the European Championship and Copa America. So 2 group games came up. That's Group C and Group D. And a bit of surprise happened in that group, especially in Group D. But first, let's look at Group C, which had England, Denmark, Slovenia, and then Serbia. How did things go in this particular group? Well, England drew 0-0 with Slovenia. Serbia also drew 0-0 with Denmark. What does this mean? It means England are through, followed by Denmark, and then Slovenia are third. Now, Slovenia qualify to be part of the best 4 teams that are placing third currently on the log. Currently, Slovenia are there. So it looks as if Slovenia are through after drawing 0-0 with England yesterday. But let me stay a bit on that England game where a lot of people were clamoring. Yesterday, remember I brought you the video of Paul Scholes talking about why Gareth Southgate has decided to go with a lot more physicality and a lot more athleticism rather than a lot more brains, and mentioned Kobbie Mainoo's name. Now, Conor Gallagher played the first 45 minutes and the second 45 minutes was played by Kobbie Mainoo. And this is what Gareth Southgate said right after the game. He said, tonight I picked Conor, who has good pressing, and we pressed better. Then we thought Kobbie Mainoo would help us have more control with the ball. If you watched the game, you saw what happened. Things really changed when Kobbie Mainoo came into the game, because he's a player that can kick the ball around. And let me show you the statistics. So see this statistic. Now, in 45 minutes, this is the statistics for Conor Gallagher. And in 45 minutes, this is the statistic for Kobbie Mainoo. And that is what a lot of people have been clamoring for. Kobbie Mainoo's profile is very rare in the English team. When he comes in, he's that player that brings you that ability to exchange passes. And you saw the things that he do, the flicks, ability to draw players into himself and be able to, release the ball, get players playing, get movement happening, and that was pure magic from the little man at Manchester United. He was amazing. He played very, very well when he came on in the 45 minutes. So England are through, and then also Denmark are also through, and Slovenia are also through as part of the 3rd best teams to place, or the 4 teams that are placing 3rd in the group. Now, in Group D, very interesting one. It had Austria, France, the Netherlands, and Poland. Now, who would have thought that Ralf Rangnick's Austria would beat the Netherlands by 3-2 and top the group? Because France drew 1-1 with Poland, meaning France placed 2nd, Austria led the group, and then the Netherlands are qualifying as part of the 4 teams that have placed that are in the 3rd position that qualify to play in the round of 16. So that's how the groups actually ended. Very, very good football from Ralf Rangnick's team. It sparked a lot of debates among Manchester United fans as to what really, really happened during the tenure of Ralf Rangnick at Manchester United. But hey, it is what it is. He's got the Austrian team playing some scintillating football, clear identity, clear pattern. You get to see them play very well, and it's no surprise that even in the first game that they played against France, they lost by a narrow margin. And in that game, they had so many opportunities to draw level, to even take that game to a 1-1 drawn game. France needed a wicked deflection or a wicked own goal to win that game. That shows you the level with which Ralph Rangnick's team has gotten to. So congratulations to them for qualifying to the round of 16. Now, look at this diagram. It's not complete yet. Just look at it. It's not complete yet. But as it stands now, this is it. And you see on your left, the big guns are there. The big guns are currently here. Now, Spain, Germany, Portugal, and France are on one side. And this what it means is that one of these teams will be going into the final. Spain, Germany, Portugal, or France. And it looks like they are in one line. And on the other hand, the English team is there, Italy, Switzerland, and Austria. By end of today, we will get to know which other teams will be joining. And trust me, we'll be analyzing and talking about those games immediately they are done. So you get to understand exactly how the dynamics are. So England are on one side, then the Spain, Germany, Denmark, and France are also on the other side. A very, very interesting scenario and a very interesting situation. So we'll see how that particular one also pan out. Let's quickly switch to the Copa America. Sorry, we've not brought you a lot more updates, but the Copa America has started and the group games are ongoing. The second round of the group games have begun. The first round have seen some great results. Argentina opened the tournament when they beat Canada by 2-0 to lead their group as things stand right now. And that's how things have been going in the Copa America. Brazil were in action yesterday where they drew 0-0 against Costa Rica, raising a lot of questions about the current Brazilian team and how a lot of people have been questioning this whole Brazilian team. Will Brazil ever win anything again? There's been criticisms from Ronaldinho, there's been criticism from Ronaldo de Lima, and a lot of people within the Brazil rank and file haven't been very much happy about how things are going. So they drew 0-0 with Costa Rica. And so that's how things are going in the Copa America. The big guns are in USA have also won their game. And so it's just the first round of games that are happening. No major updates on that particular tournament as yet. When we sit tomorrow on the podcast, we'll be discussing all of the tournament. We talk about the Euros as well as talk about the Copa America. So that's it. And that's how we draw today's curtain for United today. Thanks for choosing us. Thanks for building this community with us. Thanks for being a part of us. We appreciate you. We say thank you to you for all that you do for us on this channel. We'll see you on the next one when we come for the United and Everything Football podcast, where we discuss a lot more of these things. Have a great time. Bye-bye.